TSN's annual Core 4 project is now out. It's a ranking of all 32 NHL teams based only on their talent under the age of 24. And it is a great time to be a fan of the Winnipeg Jets right now. And their group of under 24 prospect ranks 22nd this year. Craig, how would you evaluate Cole Perfetti's impact on the NHL's best team right now?
Cole's impact has been really strong. And certainly now you find a player at this stage of his career, at this age, that's a lot more comfortable playing. It's always fascinating to me, Gino, and anybody that knows me knows I love Cole Perfetti. I've loved Cole Perfetti for a long time. But, you know, you get to the NHL and the game feels a little bit faster. The players are a little bit bigger. They're a little bit stronger. And you're trying to find your way. And what Cole Perfetti has been able to do is navigate through that. There was stretches of last season where he had really good, strong productivity in the team, and his impact was solid. But this year, you can see that elevation, and you can see also that he's going to stay at that elevation. The confidence that he has with the puck, it's always been there. The thinking, exceptional, always been there. But now the game for him looks a little bit slower because he's quicker and he understands where he's at. That second line for the Winnipeg Jets, Perfetti, Nemesnikov, and Ehlers, has been instrumental in their success to this point in the season and will continue to be instrumental for the success. But we want players to come right into the league, high draft picks, and immediately make an impact. And the players want to do that, and they believe they can. The reality is everybody has a different timeline, and everybody takes different directions. It would be great if it was just a straight line upward. It isn't. There's going to be upward, there's going to be a little bit downward, there's going to be a little bit of twists and turns. But when you find that level, when you're ready, and that's where Cole Perfetti finds himself right now, you see a really good, strong player for the Winnipeg Jets and somebody that's important to their success.
Listen, Greg, the Jets made a notable prospect trade in the offseason, bringing in Braden Jger from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Where is he now in his development?
You know, it's interesting, Gino. You asked me how you pronounce Braden Jger's name, and you said, is it Jger or Jagr? Well, if he was still in Pittsburgh, they were going to hope it was Jagr. But it's Braden Jger. And Braden Jger, I think Kevin Cheveldayoff made a great trade here. I mean, Rutger McGroarty's a good player, so is Braden Jger. And Braden Jger, a centerman that's got really good, strong two-way capabilities, ability to play in those situations all over the rink. And he very well could be the captain of Canada's World Junior team coming up here in Ottawa. And last year, winning a Western Hockey League championship with the Moose Jaw Warriors, you're looking at a player now as he turns pro. So you get to turn pro, and you got Mark Scheifele, and you got Adam Lowry. I mentioned Nemesnikov. You talk about being insulated, and at the same time, being able to have the skill, being able to have the confidence to step in. You're not going to be overwhelmed because Braden Jger doesn't get overwhelmed. He understands where he's at. And I think that what he's going to be able to provide the Winnipeg Jets is going to be significant. And he'll have some growth spurts that are real positive, and he'll have some speed bumps. But what a terrific young player to add to a group that is already strong.
All right, so Jger, not Jagr, is number 2 on your list. What should Jets fans know about the 3rd and 4th names on your list?
I'm going to start with Brad Lambert. You know, it seems that we've been talking about Brad Lambert since he was 14 years of age, and deservedly so. And Brad was a player that came onto the scene, really showed this high-end ability, and there was nothing wrong with looking at him. Then he ended up going pro in the Finnish Pro League. And his offense suffered, his confidence suffered, and now you're questioning, okay, what is he going to be? Well, when you don't get an opportunity to play in those situations, when you don't get an opportunity to play in the areas of your skill set, well, of course you're not going to be able to show off your skill set. His opportunity to come and play in the Western Hockey League with the Seattle Thunderbirds, his offensive game got back on track. Then he went to the Moose last year, and that got on track. And it continues to track upwards. Great skater. And he's an impactful type skater where he can threaten with his speed, put opponents on their heels, and open up the ice. And when you consider how he's traversed through this period of his career, the highs, some of the lows, and then getting right back on track to being a really good player, I think it speaks volumes about Brad Lambert's character and about the belief that the Winnipeg Jets have in him. Elias Salamonson is a deep, deep competitor. He's a right shot defender that plays the game hard. It's no fun to play against him if you're an opponent. He closes ice on you. He doesn't give you a lot of opportunity. When you start to consider those types of players that play, on your second pair, even your third pair, I would say to Winnipeg Jets fans, watch the progression of Dylan Samberg. Dylan Samberg now is a second pair defender who's really strong. And he's moved up from the minor leagues, third pair, now he's a solid second pair. I think Salamonson has exactly the same type of trajectory. And again, you're building out your team in different areas. The Winnipeg Jets have a lot of the areas covered off that you need to have covered off to have success in the NHL.
Playing great right now, and the future looks bright as well. Be sure to check out each Canadian team's detailed breakdown on both YouTube and on TSN.